Neil, congratulations. First of all, how does it feel to be appointed manager of Farsley?
Yeah, brilliant, mate. I think it's always been something that I've wanted to do, and obviously working here on a daily basis, I think just to sort of being in and around the club day to day, it's an honour to be sort of selected as manager.
When you were appointed as interim manager a couple of weeks ago, did you kind of approach that as an opportunity to show what you could do long term?
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously from my own point of view, I'm an ambitious person. It's something that's always been in me to want to manage and stuff like that. So I think coming in as interim, it was a good opportunity for me to prove myself and what I can do, and luckily it's worked out.
And how have you found those first couple of weeks stepping into senior management?
I don't want to say easy, but no, it's been really good. I mean, I couldn't thank the lads enough and all the staff for sort of helping me out and working with me and stuff. And yeah, I'm absolutely loved it.
And obviously, it's been a strange couple of weeks for the players as well. How kind of they responded to what's been going on?
The players have been absolute credit to themselves. They've made my job easier. They've bought into sort of what I've been wanting to try and work on the last sort of 10 days and stuff. So yeah, I couldn't be happier with the players.
And obviously now you've got the role permanent. Does that change your approach going into this weekend? Now you've got a couple of sessions with them and you know you're there.
No, me and Payne, we had a sort of game plan right from the beginning. We sat down and we spoke about how we want to play, how we want the lads to be working, and that'll continue right the way through. So the lads have bought into it as it is now. So yeah, really excited.
And obviously you've brought Steve Payne in as your assistant. Do you want to kind of talk a bit about your relationship with him and what he'll bring to the club?
Yeah, so I've known Payne for years now. We played at Macclesfield Town together and at FC Halifax Town, so I knew exactly what I was getting with Payne. He's a leader both on and off the pitch. He's a great lad. He'll help the lads out, give them good advice when they want it, but also he'll give, I think, a little bit of a fight in them as well, because Payne has always been. I've always known Payne as a captain. He's always been a leader, and he's shown since he's come in what a leader he is.
At what point in your career did you decide you wanted to go into coaching?
Well, I had to retire early from professional football at 27, so it's always been since the day I retired. It was something that I knew that it was what I wanted to go into. I didn't know anything else but football, so coaching and management has always been something that I've looked to go into, and now luckily I'm in it.
You've obviously been with the under-23s and under-19s here the last few years, but do you want to kind of talk about your path in coaching and how you kind of started off and got to this point?
Yeah, so I retired when I was 27, went over to the Middle East for a year, did some coaching over there, came back, and then it was something that I really enjoyed doing. Obviously it's the next best thing for me to playing football, so got my qualifications, started up my own private academies, and then just sort of through the years, academies grew, and then we managed to get into Farsley Celtic 3 years ago now, which just absolutely flew by. And then it's gone from there. So
obviously, with your work in the academy, we've seen this season already the likes of Louis, Reece, Mitchell being involved in the first team. Is that something that you're going to continue to work on and build those links between the senior squad and the academy?
Yeah, definitely, especially at a club like this where the funds aren't massively there, so it's important to make sure that these players, these young lads, are developing, but they're developing in the right environment and getting the right opportunities. And like I say to my academy lads on a day-to-day basis, it's down to them how far they go. If they're willing to put the work in, dedicate themselves, commit themselves to what they want to do, then the opportunities will be there.
Obviously, when you first came in, you didn't really have that much chance to kind of change things. You're not going to overhaul the whole style of play, but now you've got that time. How do you kind of want your teams to play football?
I think it evidenced it a little bit, I think, against Chorley, sort of trying to play in the right areas, which is something that I encourage a lot, because the ability of these players, they've got the ability to get the ball down and play and pass, but also when we need to go a little bit more direct, they've got that as well. So I think it's important to try and just infuse a bit of confidence in the players to get on the ball and look and try and play forward and play into feet and play to players' strengths.
Obviously, it's been a bit of a tricky start to the season. Injuries have impacted that a lot, but we're starting to get players back fit now. What are kind of the aims for the rest of the season now?
I think the aims is just to stabilise the results a little bit. I think we've been up and down. I think we've competed well against teams at the top, but not so well against the teams in and around us. So I think once we start getting that sort of mentality of how we approach the big games into the games that we approach the teams that are either below us or around us, I think it's about just picking up points and stabilising the season and getting the lads into a position where we can then look and grow next season into pushing up.